Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is it's not Monday. No, it is not. It feels like Monday. It's not though. It's Tuesday. And I almost said December. It's Tuesday, February 22nd. So, first off, if you guys have watched my channel for any length of time, you know I love Peter Mon. I heard last week that he was in a very terrible car accident. He is recovering, so my thoughts are with him and his husband Alex and his family and friends, and I hope he can recover and get past what happened. I can't even bring myself to watch any of his videos, his older videos. It just breaks my heart. Like, I really, really hope he comes back to YouTube. But Peter, a lot of people are behind you. So, yeah. And it makes you think about how grateful we should be, right, for our life. So, segueing right into that, thank you so much for all of the wonderful love and support and comments I received on my video on Friday. So, Friday was Charlize's. I had off Thursday, Friday, and Monday. So I had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off of work, which was fantastic, let me tell you. Charlize's birthday dinner was Friday. So here's a funny little story. Now there's two like Japanese hibachi places in our area. One is called Sakura, one is called Saki. Keep that in your head. So our reservation was for 7 o'clock. So we get to Sakura, and my sister, she has like this cool black leather jacket on. I'm like, ooh, that's nice. She's like, yeah, your Amazon gift card for my birthday bought that. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Nice to know that it went to something. It almost looked like the jacket that Danny Zuko wore in Greece. It was really cool looking. So we go up there, and my stepfather's like, reservation for 7. No, it was 6 of us. Reservation for 6 at 7 o'clock. And the guy's like, we haven't taken reservations since the pandemic started. And my stepfather is kind of a hothead. He says, this is bullshit. I called and talked to a woman, and the kid, now this kid couldn't have been more, he had to be in his early 20s. He was very polite and very calm. And he says, sir, there's no woman that answers our phone. And he's like, I can put your name down. It's going to be a 35-minute wait. And we all look at each other, and I'm like, well, we're here. So he puts his name down, and we go into like the vestibule. That's like, there's like the front door, and then an area, and then the next door that goes into the restaurant. So there's a lot of people in here. So we go in the vestibule part. And I said to my stepfather, I said, Chuck, what number did you call? Let me put it in my phone. He called Saki. He called the other restaurant. We all look at each other. My mother's like, really? So we now had 35 minutes. So there is a PetSmart that's next door to the restaurant, and they needed stuff for their guinea pigs. So my sister and her friend and Bill and my stepfather walked over there. My mom and I stayed at the restaurant, and we were just like, oh my God. I said, he's never going to live that one down, because if that would have been my mother that would have done that, he would have just been never letting her live that down. But the restaurant was good, and we actually saw an old friend there, and they actually sat at our table. So that was kind of cool, because, you know, they'll put people together to fill up the table at these places, you know, where they cook the food. And they toss the shrimp in your mouth, and I caught all 3. Well, no, I caught 2 out of 3, which is very good because I normally don't catch any. Yeah. So Saturday, did a bunch of house stuff. Did my nails, which I think they look really cute. Yeah, the gel, semi-cured gel strips, and then cure them with a lamp. Yeah, I like them. And Charlize had her futsal game, and so I went to that with my mom, and it was very exciting. And, you know, I'm that kind of person. I will yell and scream, let's go, all that. They tied, and they end in a tie. Like, there's no overtime because there's another game right behind them. So, yeah, it was very exciting. So we did that, and then Bill and I, we had dinner at the restaurant in our area, which was actually pretty good. See, we learned. We got appetizers. We got chicken nachos, which were really good, and Krabby Tots, which is tater tots with crab dip on top. And Bill had some wings, and I had a really good pear cider that they have there. So we did that, and then we came home and we watched the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie on Netflix. No. Bill's like, that's an hour and 23 minutes of my life I'm not getting back. At least I didn't have to pay an extra rental fee, and it was on Netflix. But, no. The thread auction ended on Saturday, and one of my subscribers won it, which is awesome, Ashley, and she paid right away, and it actually got up to a little bit over $200, so I was very glad for that. So was a little bit perturbed yesterday because I boxed it up and I went to take it to the post office, and their bin in the inside like wasn't open. So I actually scheduled a USPS pickup for today. So I told Bill, I said, if the post guy doesn't pick it up when he brings our mail today, I'm going to have to drive it to the post office because it has to get mailed today. So, yeah. And I decided to put up, I still had about 20 some sets of Color Street, and I even had some Lily and Fox nail strips, which I don't really care for. So I have those up in 2 different auctions on eBay. If you would like to go check those out, I'll link those down below if you would like to go see that. And then on Saturday, I finally bit the bullet and started to play Wordle. If you do not know what this is, the New York Times bought this game. So the link there, I belong to like a couple groups on Facebook where people talk about it. And that's how I found out about the game. So Jill had played it. I've seen a couple people on Facebook playing it, and I'm like, it took me a while to do it because I don't like to do stuff that everyone else is doing. But we were sitting there Saturday night, and I'm like, let me go try. So you get 6 tries to guess a 5-letter word. The first word you put in, you just have to guess a 5-letter word. Letters will light up. If no letters light up, those letters aren't in the word. If they light up this one color, it means that's in the word and it's in the right spot. And then there's another color. If the letter lights up, it's in the word, but in the wrong spot. So it took, I want to say, it took Bill and I a good bit to get the first word. They only do 1 a day, so you only get 1 shot. And I want to say it took us 4 tries. 5. It took us a bunch of tries. You get, like I said, you get 6 tries. Sunday, I got the word in 3 tries. I was like, let's go. And then yesterday, couldn't get the word. And it wasn't a hard word either. Couldn't get it. And Bill, I was down to my 4th try, and Bill came down and he was like, oh, it's this. And I put it in and it was that. He's like, you're overthinking it. And today I got the word in 3 tries. So yeah, it works your brain. But the groups are ridiculous. People were on the word that was on Sunday. People were like, that's not a word. I've never heard of that word. It's not a word because you've never heard of it. What? But yeah, give it a try. It's on the New York Times website. And what I did was I actually bookmarked the web page and put it on my phone. So every day when you go in, it'll refresh and give you the new option. So yeah, Wordle. Just warning you though. There's also there's apps that do it. So if you want to practice, people are irate though. I said people always want to have something to bitch about and complain about, right? Okay. A new to me cross stitch magazine. Down the Rabbit Hole Cross Stitch and Needlework. If I remember, I will link their Facebook group down below. The magazine is in Australia. Excuse me, is in Australia. And it's PDF. And they only have 3 issues out. I think it's 3. I bought all 3. I wanted to look at them. I didn't really see anything I wanted to stitch. But what's nice is they profile floss tubers and designers. So I found a new floss tuber for me to watch in there. And I like the magazine. I do like it. Okay, so Sunday, I finished my cross-stitch piece. I finished my coffee piece, and I will show you in a second because this morning I did the junk journal layout for it. Sunday, like I said, I did the stitching. Groceries. Now I ordered, I did 2 grocery orders. Amazon, I tried to order these Hillshire, it's like pepperoni, cheese, and like little crust of bread. The whole reason I ordered from Amazon was for that, and I didn't get any of them. So I actually had to contact Amazon for a refund. We got somebody else's bag. It had like tofu and broccoli and stuff that we don't eat. So, yeah, we got somebody else's bag. So luckily I was able to get a refund because that was like $18 worth of food. Yeah. But it was, yeah. Bill and I played some board games on Sunday, and we had a board game back there called the 5-second rule. And we had never played it because when we opened up, it was all still wrapped up. On a card, it'll say, name 3 famous Michaels, and you have 5 seconds. Bill and I had a lot of fun playing that. We didn't really keep score. We just, and they have like a timer. It was a lot of fun because you think you know the question, 5 seconds goes by like that. Like, yeah. Okay. And then yesterday, I discovered a new floss tuber that I am absolutely loving. Tiger Lily Designs. The woman is Carrie. I love her energy. She reminds me of me because she was like, she's loud and she's very emphatic. I love it. Absolutely love it. I love watching her floss tubes. Plus, she does fantastic stitching. And she made like this project keeper, which, oh my God, I would love to have one. So I will link her channel down below. So I did get something in the mail on Saturday. I got 2 of my, remember I said I ordered from Stitchin Sisters Craft and Notions. I ordered their 11-inch hoop grime guards for the Q-Snap. They fit fantastic. They go on very, very nice. I love these because there is not a lot of excess fabric. So the ones I got, I ordered some more, but I got Christmas one, and then I got a coffee one where it says like coffee words and stuff. So I will link their Etsy store down below. And the stitching. So let's remember my Lucky Puppy journal. So here is the page. So I finished the But For coffee. This is a sticker. This is a sticker. And then that's, you know, I backed it on scrapbook paper. And then down here I wrote my favorite coffee is Javalia Cappuccino, which it is. I mean, I even love Starbucks Cappuccino. I think cappuccino is my favorite coffee. And then in this pocket, remember there was a playing card. So this was the back of the playing card. It was like Disney. So I covered the front of it in scrapbook paper and I wrote down the details. Primrose Cottage Stitches, But First Coffee, 18 count Aida, Seraphim Fabrics, and Stonewashed use sulky threads, and then the date. So that is nice. It just gets tucked into the pocket. But I really love the scrapbook paper. I thought it turned out really good and simple, and yeah. So my next project, and what's nice is this page actually looked like it was like coffee stained or something. I just thought it was so very fitting. So the next page is I'm going to, my next design, what's nice is I'll be able to like journal on this page quite a bit. The next one I'm doing is the Viking one. You know, I thought of Bill. Let me show you what the pattern is. It is, why does this do this sometimes? I don't understand. I can't even see it. Oh my God, right now. It's so bizarre how sometimes this, okay, there we go. Sometimes it doesn't show all the patterns and I don't understand why. This is My Darling Plum. And the pattern is, just says Viking. But I immediately thought of Bill and his Dupuytren's disease or syndrome that he has. I saw this on made by Michelle McGraw and I was like, oh my God, I have to stitch that. So I will stitch that. And I changed all the colors to sulky. There are, on 18 count Aida, This is 3.5 by 3.75, so will fit perfect in the journal. And it is 15 colors. And I'm stitching it on Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie's 18 count Ada in Friendship Green. So this is the color of the fabric. And my needle minder is a Clay by Kim Dragon that I've had for a while, a long, long while. And I've never used it. So what's nice is her needle, you slip the needle inside. Like, can you see that? You put it in that slit right there. So yeah, I'm hoping to start on that at some point today or tonight. Picking the sulky, it wasn't difficult. Normally, 16, 15 colors, that was quite a bit. But what's nice is I have my sulky out there next to the DMC. So I was able to just pull the DMC right there and get the sulky. And yeah, just love sulky so much. Okay, so that's really all the stitching stuff, right? Besides some stuff I found on Facebook. Okay, so let's look at some really cool projects that I have seen. This is by Julie Knopp, and it's her Sleeping Fox. I just absolutely loved this. Look at that. It's on black. I love the colors of the flowers. They're so beautiful against the black. I really, really like that. And then... now this, my jaw dropped open because this is a Heaven and Earth Designs. It is Dreaming of Being Human from Dakota Detwiller. 25 count Lugana, 1 thread, 309,000 stitches. Wait till you see this. This is by Marta. I mean, look at that. That is stitching. It's stitching. I couldn't stop looking at it. Like, are you kidding me right now? Yeah. Okay, so, and then, talking point, how much do you unspool when stitching? Like thread-wise, right? So someone said in this post, they said, I've heard from hand to elbow, so here to here, and it says, send me tips. And there are 105 comments. Now, most people said hand to armpit, so here to here. And then someone said an arm's length, and someone said, I personally find hand to elbow too short when doing a loop start, but perfect when blending colors. And it depends on the thread, some people said. So when I do sulky, I don't really think about it. When I use sulky, I'm going to show you what I do. I have found that shorter lengths, though, will prevent knots and all kinds of bad stuff. When I pull out the sulky, I will just go like this. That's the length. I don't know what that equals. That almost is hand to my elbow. Yeah, I will just pull out a length and just go for it. Now, it also depends on what area I'm stitching, because if I'm stitching like a really small thing and I'm not going to be carrying the thread, I'll do a much smaller piece. Do you know what I mean? But that's a good little question. So let me know down below your answer. How much thread do you pull out? Because let me tell you, the longer you thread, the more wear and tear you're going to put on it every time you pull it through the holes in your fabric. So by the time you get to the end of it, it may not look as crisp as you started, if that makes sense. And the longer you have too, the more chance of knots and things like that. Yeah. All right, so I'm trying not to shake because I'm on my laptop table here, trying not to shake the tripod. I like that question though. All right, so let's do a motivational story today because I got to get on my computer. My job starts in half an hour. I started reading. I finished a book yesterday. I finished The Arrangement by Kirsten Moglen. I don't even know if that's her last name. I'm glad I've started. Marianne convinced me to finish it. I had read 150 pages of it. Wow, the ending was wow. So I'm glad I finished that. And I started reading a new book called The Broken Vows, which I'm wondering where this book is going. I'm almost halfway through. This woman is married. She finds out her husband's cheating, and she also finds out she has breast cancer, and she only has a year to live, and she's going to get her revenge. And I'm like, okay. How's that going to play out, right? I've also been reading Viktor Frankl's The Man's Search for Meaning, Oh my God, the way this guy describes being in the Holocaust and the Auschwitz camps. I thought I knew what that story was. No, I didn't know. All right, so let's read a motivational story. We will do our calendar entry. All right. Law of the garbage truck. Now, I haven't glanced at this story. It is just the next one in line. Recently, I hopped in a taxi and we took off for the airport. We were driving in the right lane when suddenly a black car jumped out of a parking space right in front of us. My taxi driver slammed on his brakes, skidded, and missed the other car by just inches. The driver of the other car whipped his head around and started yelling at us. My taxi driver just smiled and waved at the guy, and I mean, he was really friendly. So I asked him, why did you just do that? This guy almost ruined your car and sent us to the hospital. And this is when my taxi driver taught me what I now call the law of the garbage truck. He explained that many people are like garbage trucks. They run around full of garbage, full of frustration, full of anger, and full of disappointment. As their garbage piles up, they need a place to dump it, and sometimes they'll dump it on you. Don't take it personally. Now, that is easier said than done, of course. Just smile, wave, wish them well, and move on. Don't take their garbage and spread it to other people at work, at home, or on the streets. The bottom line is that successful people do not let garbage trucks take over their day. Life's too short to wake up in the morning with regrets, so love the people who treat you right. Pray for the ones who don't. Life is 10% what you make of it and 90% how you take it. Have a garbage-free day. Absolutely love that. And like I said, it's easier said than done. I just try to wake up and be the best person I absolutely can in that day, and I hope you do too. So, how are we going to continue to unfuck ourselves in 2022? Let's see. Oh, I love this one. This is going to go in a journal entry. It's really short and to the point. Drama or joy? Choose. Can you even? This is probably my favorite one besides the live like you're dying because you are. Yes. We have many choices of this in every day. Yep. Drama or joy, make your choice. You have chosen poorly. Does anyone know what that was from? Okay. I'd rather say, you have chosen wisely. Yeah. All right. So, guys, I hope you have a great Tuesday. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.